Hey guys, today we're going to be making a pumpkin. A pumpkin is symmetrical, meaning it's the same on both sides. So to kind of get that, we're going to actually fold our paper in half. Okay, so now we're going to create everything along this seam, this folded seam that we made. And we're actually only going to paint on one half of the paper. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to make sure I have enough paint. I'm gonna find that seam, and I'm gonna do kind of like a backwards C shape. Okay, and then I'm gonna fold it. I'm folding right where I see the paint. I'm gonna undo it, and you actually start to see the other side. I'm gonna keep adding layers, getting a little bit bigger as I go, making sure I have plenty of paint on my paintbrush. Okay, so I'm going to fold it, rub, awesome, so I'm going to keep going. You see where it's a little bit scratchy? I'm just gonna add some more paint right there. Working quickly because it does dry. Fold it again. Okay, I'm gonna add one more layer, I think. Got too much there. Seeing it's a little bit scratchy, so I'm going back through and filling in those areas more. So when we're creating one side and then rubbing the other side with the wet paint, we are creating a print. A print is a copy. So we are making a copy of one side for the other. Awesome. Okay, so now I need to make the stem of my pumpkin. So I'm just going to do a straight line with a nice little horizontal line at the top. Love it. There we go. There's my stem. My pumpkin's looking really good. From here, I'm going to maybe add some vines growing out of my pumpkin. So I'm going to start right here. Remember, just painting on that one side. I think I want my vine so long that it's going off the page. Maybe I'll have just like 2 vines coming off. There we go. Working quickly. Gonna do it on the other side. Oh, cool. Okay. So now I see that this got a little bit filled. So I think I'm going to make that into a leaf. I'm going to make a print on the other side. Awesome. I think I'm going to make another leaf down here. Flip it over, get the other side. All right, it looks wonderful. I see that there's one line that didn't transfer. It's this one right here. I didn't quite make a print of it. So I'm gonna paint the same side again, and then I'm gonna rub it. There we go, it's a little bit better. Okay, so here is my beautiful printed pumpkin. I love to see how the lines didn't always transfer just right. Because it gives it that beautiful texture. So I hope you enjoy creating your symmetrical pumpkin. Okay, now that I've created a beautiful pumpkin, I need to add some color. We're gonna kind of get a watercolor effect by using a marker. Markers, the Crayola markers that are washable, actually act just like watercolor when adding water to them. So we are going to show value in these pumpkins by only filling in most of it. And I know that sounds kind of silly right now, but let me show you what I mean. I'm going along the edge where I painted. I'm using the side of the marker. I'm not using the tip because the side actually gives you a wider line, or in this case, more watercolor paint. So I'm filling that in. I'm gonna do it to this side as well, using the side. You see how I'm getting that nice thick line? If you can't do that, then just go over it a few times. But you do want a nice thick line. Because you definitely want to make sure you have enough paint for your water you're going to be adding. Do it here too. Remember, using the side and pressing down. It's a pretty big area, so I kind of went over it twice. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Using the side. I just need a little bit right there. Also going to be using green. Same thing, using the side and going around, using the side and going around. Same as over here. Okay, so now here comes the magic. I'm going to be using a paintbrush and some water, just like I would with paint. And make sure my paintbrush is pretty wet. I'm gonna tickle the top. Everyone say tickle the top. Awesome. So it's not dripping. That gets excess water off. And then I'm gonna actually go over, and you're gonna start to see your paper creating some watercolor. You're gonna go over all of them. I'm not scrubbing because you don't want to make your paper too wet. All I'm doing is lightly going over and filling in those areas. Going over here as well. Need a little bit more water. Gonna go into my water cup, tickle the top, fill it in. Awesome. So you start to see that there's dark areas and then there's light areas. That is called value. Value is a lighter color or a darker color of the same color. So I'm going to come up here, fill that in. I'm going to go over here, fill that one in. There we go. And there is our beautiful pumpkin with lots and lots of value.